Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're here. Today, we're unlocking the ultimate guide to navigating the 2026 New York theater scene. Whether you're a seasoned Broadway veteran who goes every year or a first-time visitor just looking to catch that famous live theater magic, the landscape this year is literally packed with incredible revivals, brand new hits, and some really cool intimate off-Broadway gems. But, with so many options, how do you actually choose? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out today. So let me ask you right off the bat, are you planning a 2026 NYC theater trip? Because let's be real, the anxiety of picking the perfect Broadway itinerary is a very real thing. You want to see the absolute best performances, you definitely want to avoid those exhausting tourist traps, and ideally, you want to do it all without completely emptying your wallet, right? Well, in this explainer, we've distilled all the data, all the reviews, and the best insider secrets from the 2026 season to help you plan a trip that hits every single right note. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our playbill-style agenda for today. We're going to cover the 2026 Tony winners, top picks for different audiences, family-friendly Broadway magic, off-Broadway spring highlights, and then wrap it all up with pro tips and final bows. Starting off with Act 1, the 2026 Tony winners. Every single year, the theater world is entirely defined by who takes home the gold at the Tonys. This year's ceremony brought all that glitz and glamour right back to Radio City Music Hall, hosted with just massive energy by Pink. And these awards, they really set the tone for what the absolute must-see prestige tickets are right now. A super clear picture emerged from the biggest winners. The hilariously clever Schmigadoon took home Best Musical, while the powerful new drama Liberation won Best Play. But honestly, what's really striking is the sheer strength of the revivals this season. Ragtime secured Best Revival of a Musical, and the classic Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman took the crown for Best Revival of a Play. If you want to see the shows that are literally being written into the history books as we speak, you start here. Now, what's really interesting here is that massive number 6. Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman wasn't just a winner, it was the most awarded production of the entire night. It absolutely swept the floor with 6 massive Tony wins. That includes taking home Best Revival of a Play, Best Direction for Joe Mantello, and a featured actress win for the absolute legend that is Laurie Metcalf. It is, without a doubt, the heavyweight dramatic ticket of the year. On the musical side, the critical consensus for the 4-time Tony-winning revival of Ragtime has been nothing short of dazzling. I mean, the Daily Beast literally called it a staggering, stunning triumph. Directed by Lear de Bessonet and starring Joshua Henry and Casey Levy, this sweeping exploration of the 20th century American dream is playing over at the Vivian Beaumont Theater. It is exactly the kind of epic, full-scale Broadway experience that just leaves audiences completely breathless. Moving right along to Act 2, top picks for every audience. Look, the best show of the year might not actually be the best show for your specific itinerary. We really need to match the production to the exact vibe you're looking for, so you actually enjoy your night out in the city. You essentially have 2 main strategies to choose from here. First, you have your safe classics like Hamilton, Wicked, and The Lion King. These are reliable, spectacular blockbusters. If you're traveling with a big group and nobody wants to risk a meh pick, these are absolutely bulletproof. On the other hand, you have the new hits. Shows like Oh, Mary offer this fresh, laugh-out-loud comedy, while Maybe Happy Ending is a beautiful, bittersweet, robotic romance that runs a super brisk 100 minutes. These are the shows that really give you that thrilling, I saw something current feeling. And this brilliantly illustrates how you can perfectly tailor your date night based entirely on your mood. Looking for something romantic and thought-provoking that you'll be dissecting over drinks later? Book Hadstone for sure. Want a flashy, high-energy spectacle? Moulin Rouge the Musical is a guaranteed crowd pleaser. Or maybe, you just want to let loose with some upbeat pop fun. In that case, Anne Juliet is exactly the modern feel-good escape you need. Let's transition into Act 3, family-friendly Broadway magic. Bringing kids to New York is a total adventure, but taking them to a theater doesn't have to be a stressful ordeal if you just know the ground rules. First up, you absolutely must know the under 4 rule. Broadway theaters strictly enforce a policy where children under 4 years old are just not permitted inside in order to minimize disruptions. Please don't get caught off guard at the door. However, there are some great exceptions off-Broadway. Shows like the highly interactive Gazillion Bubble Show welcome all ages, and they even offer special lap tickets for toddlers under 2.
Definitely keep these age and runtime recommendations in mind when you're booking. For the youngest ones, ages 4 and up, that Gazillion Bubble show is a perfect, uninterrupted hour and 10 minutes. At ages 6 and up, Disney staples like Aladdin and The Lion King are visually stunning, but remember, they run about 2.5 hours. By age 8, kids can usually handle Wicked or the massive Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Though parents, fair warning, Harry Potter clocks in at nearly 4 hours. A quick pro tip for you, book a matinee. It's almost always cheaper, and it's your best friend for avoiding those late-night post-theater meltdowns.
Stepping away from the mainstream now, here's Act 4, Off-Broadway Spring Highlights. Let's move to the off-Broadway scene and see how this builds our options. This spring, it is incredibly vibrant. Off-Broadway means smaller, much more intimate theaters, which ironically often attract massive television and stage stars who just want to do grittier, limited-run material. You have Tony winner Sean Hayes starring in a tense solo thriller called The Unknown. Then House of the Dragon star Emma Darcy is leading The Other Place, which is a modern take on the Greek tragedy Antigone. Stage legend Elizabeth Marvel anchors the ensemble drama The Dinosaurs, and Hamilton alum Okierade Anodoan leads the MMA family drama The Monsters. These are the thrilling, smaller-scale tickets that true theater nerds are going to be bragging about all season.
And finally, Act 5, Pro Tips and Final Bows.
So you know what you want to see, but how do you actually navigate the logistics without paying crazy premium tourist prices? Let's go over some actionable insider advice. First, respect the timeline. Many of the hardest shows have strictly limited runs. For example, Death Becomes Her and Giant close on June 28th. The Tony-dominating Death of a Salesman packs up on August 9th, and that gorgeous Ragtime revival ends on August 16th. If your travel dates align with these, you need to feel that urgency. Book these specific shows early before the final week hype drives prices into the stratosphere. So, the crucial point is how to play the game smartly. Step 1. Never assume there's a normal price. Use the TKTS booth for same-day 25 to 50% discounts, or use Digital Rush and lottery apps if your schedule is a bit flexible. Step 2. Don't pay premium weekend prices just to sit way in the back. Aim for a Tuesday or Wednesday night show instead, and prioritize a clean, unobstructed sightline over a famous title. Step 3, for the ultimate free souvenir, find the stage door barricades right after the show. Have your playbill ready, be polite, offer a quick compliment, and you might just get to meet your favorite star. It is such a cool experience.
All right, we have covered the prestige winners, the family favorites, the intimate star-studded dramas, and the ultimate ticket-buying hacks. You are now fully equipped to conquer the 2026 theater scene like a true Broadway insider. So, my final question to you is, what show are you booking first? Take these tips, plan that absolutely perfect itinerary, and get ready for an unforgettable night in New York City. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and enjoy the show.